Hello everyone, today we're going to get into some amazing Metal Gearness, but first, Turbo Boost Mode activate! And once we do that, we have our overcommitted memory, which helps out on quite a few cores as far as performance and speed. But we're going back to this little scan thing here, and we're actually going to do scan file, then we're going to go to dummy, we'll go to the Nintendo folder, and we're going to add 2 games here in the lineage of Metal Gear games on the original Nintendo Entertainment System. We're going to do Metal Gear first there. I can do the entire list if I so choose to, but we just need to add these 2 games for right now, for my little demonstration there. And the thing that's interesting is many of you don't realize that these 2 games on Nintendo had absolutely nothing to do with Hideo Kojima's vision. The true Metal Gear 1 and 2 were actually, in fact, on MSX. But we're going to do Snake's Revenge next, and I actually enjoyed these both on the original Nintendo. You might notice that the tagline, as far as the developer here, is actually considered Ultra Games. You'll see this when I show you in a moment here. We went right past it. Let's do Snake's Revenge. Bam. Now that they're both scanned, they should be in my playlist here. If I go to the way left here, to the NES icon here, and we go down, we have Metal Gear here, then we need to choose the core we're going to run it with. Right here, we have the in-game shot. And then we have, right there, it says Ultra Games. Notice that the the personification of the person looks just like Michael Biehn, an actor. I believe he was in the Alien movie, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to think of some other movies he was in, but I remember him being a great all-around versatile actor. But we're going to run this, and let's check this out for a moment. Okay? Metal Gear for the win. I used to know this code by heart. It's one of those codes that, when you actually put the code in, just check this out for a moment here. This code is, like, astronomically hard to do, because, look at it, you can spend, I remember like when my mom wanted me to get off the game, she's like, you gotta quit your game, Kylan. And I'm like, I gotta do the password. Next thing you know, I'm doing the password for like 5 minutes. So it's very, very irritating. But we're gonna restart the game real quick. Start the game. I remember this amazing music. Again, this is under Ultra Games, a subdivision of Konami, because Nintendo had a rule where you can't release more than 5 games per year. So once Konami had their 5-game limit, they did Ultra Games, and they released the games such as Metal Gear, Snake's Revenge, Roller Games, etc. And sort of the Defender of the Crown, etc. I always love this music, but the very first time I got this game from Chiro's Palace, I loaded it up, I played this, I'm like, meh, I'm not really into this. But suffice to say, I gave it more of a shot, and I just absolutely loved it. I'm getting sleepy! And again, Hideo Kojima had absolutely nothing to do with this game. He's apparently sleeping. I always thought he was smoking. I feel asleep. Bye-bye. While you're sleeping. But in any case, this is a fun game, and here we have our dogs there. We could actually, this is kind of funny, because once the dogs take pursuit of you, you can go to the next section here, and they won't follow you to the next screen. They're gone. Just like that. I always thought that was funny. Another trick is you can actually pause the game. If you pause the game and go back to it, like on a trap level or such, it'll actually reset the trap. But in any case, we're going to go back to the playlist there, and we're going to do Snake's Revenge. And I remember this being a fun game as well, because it actually, not only did it have the overhead stages, but it had side-scrolling stages, kind of like Zelda 2 in essence. But I enjoyed both of these games. You can also see it says Konami Ultra Games. But yes, it's a good loophole to get around Nintendo's clause to have only 5 games. But again, Hideo Kojima literally was very, very annoyed to find out that these games came out. I mean, it was a surprise to him that this game was actually out. Nobody told him about it. It just happened to be out. John Turner. What is this, like a Rambo-style game? But I had fun with this game too, and there were quite a few puzzles in this game. It kind of reminded me of, like, some of the puzzles, and, like, they're not really the same type of puzzles, but puzzles like when I was doing, like, games, look, at least like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Puzzles like when I was doing, like, I'm trying to think of a good example of a game that I did puzzles in. Portal, should we say. Or, like, the type of puzzles you'd want to go on, like, GameFAQs and look up the solutions to these, but, of course, there was no GameFAQs when I played this game initially, so it was more or less looking at Nintendo Power for some of the solutions. But you can see, just like many of these Konami games, like when you play the original Contra, then Super C, you can see they upped the ante here with better graphics, some cool splash effects, all that fun stuff. Like this right here is cool, like a blast effect is pretty damn awesome. But yes, Snake's Revenge and Metal Gear are both fun, but the thing is, the real Metal Gear games are actually on MSX, but the problem with this is there's a PC computer, and of course, along with the PC computer, it had keyboard controls. So we're going to go to Metal Gear right now. Metal Gear for MSX. We're going to load Metal Gear 1 here, and we'll load it with the blue MSX core. And And this is the real Metal Gear Will It Stand Up? Eminem style, Hideo Kojima style. And we're going to go into a quick menu here. You're going to be able to do this with the update for Mega Drive, SNES, NES, and of course PlayStation Classics. Quick menu controls, load mapper, right here. Blue MSX, Kojima Metal Gear 1 and 2 for the win. And then go back to Rezo, and I'm going to show you all these controls here once we start the game. And again, I dug this up on the original Blue MSX many years ago, and it was crazy trying to get this going. There's quite a bit of a learning curve. We're pushing X to start the game. I had this set up for Super Nintendo and PlayStation Classic and more controllers. I didn't really bother using L2 or R2. I left those buttons open. I did use circle for continue, and I left triangle open since I didn't really need to use that. We have our transceiver, which you can pull up with the select button. But we're going to get out of here real quick. Bam, 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 bam. I'll show you these controls. And again, a few years ago, I talked to FR500 and R-Type. Of course, on the Mini Classics, we didn't yet have USB hooks, so we couldn't use keyboards. So playing games like Turrican for Commodore 64 were just truly frustrating because you had to literally pause the game to pull up a virtual keyboard to do your special attack. And once we got implemented to keyboard and controller functions, it was way better. But yes, control keyboard for the win here. We have a ration, which will come in handy. And let's see what's behind door number 2. I know there's an enemy in there, but we're going to try to avoid him. Good, he didn't get a shot on me. We got card 1. And then we're going to see what's behind door number 3. Okay, we have our binoculars for the win here. We'll be able to see what's behind each new level area. We can actually go to R1, which is going to be the equipment section. L1 is for the weapons. We're going to select our scope, which is our binoculars, and go back to here. We can tap left to see there's enemies on the left. It'll reset. We can tap up, and we see have some doggies up there. Don't forget your doggy treats. We're going to go back to, we'll do card 1 now. And let's try to get through here. But yes, fun game, and truly awesome discovery. We can actually go down now. Oh, great, I screwed myself. But yes, the enemies will reset. Sometimes we have like the 5-alarm chili where you gotta pretty much endure for like 30-45 seconds plus, like in Grand Theft Auto, and of course games like Need for Speed Most Wanted, which had a nice little exploit where I used to jump on top of the bus and pretty much just stay there for like an hour and have 1,000,000 in one level. It was so funny. But yes, this part here is not so bad because these enemies will virtually reset the moment I leave the screen, just like that. They will not follow me, but in the later sections, they do follow you. You'll see, I'll probably end up getting perished in one of the later sections. This guy, you can kind of wait him out. Sleepy, okay. We need this definitely for sure. Let's go up here, get our gas mask, and leave this room really quick before he wakes up and takes us out. I don't really have much light, but again, we'll get more rations as we play here. And the sense of discovery is just absolutely phenomenal in this game. Again, these guys would just reset the moment I leave the screen, but I gotta be much more careful and more painstaking in my gameplay developmental clauses when I get up here. Okay, we've already been to the right for the trucks, dead end. And here's where things start getting really tricky. I mean, once I get up here, it's going to get much more difficult, okay? These guys will actually leave if I wait, but I'm not too concerned with them for right now. Go into truck 1. We'll get our handgun, but we still need ammunition. And it's going to get much more difficult. I remember being bushwhacked if I go into truck 2, so stay away from truck 2. And definitely don't stay in this room for long. Okay, so far so good. We're getting our landmine. And again, if you stay in this room too long, these enemies are going to come out and you're going to be pretty much screwed. So we're going to go to the left here and wait for these enemies to leave. I remember them leaving. And some of these games, like if you ever get into a room and you keep trying to get past the enemies like over and over again, like a certain Scum VM game, I kept dying over and over again. I didn't realize I just had to wait a few seconds for the enemies to leave the room. Kind of wait and just wait for the enemies to possibly leave. So we're going to go up through here. And again, remember, oh no. They're not going to follow me here, though, but remember, Zelda 1, Zelda 2 have the side-scrolling section, so it's Snake's Revenge. Kind of cool that this is in Metal Gear 1, the true Hideo Kojima production. I'm definitely going to be coming back to Metal Gear 1, Snake's Revenge, as well as the true Hideo Kojima productions, of course, Metal Gear 1 and 2 on MSX. Now, I still have these on my other PS2 collections. This is where it gets really tricky. I don't want to be seen by any of these, because I'm pretty much going to be done for. Let's see what's to the right real quick. Oh, I don't want to go there yet. No, I screwed up. I don't want to be seen by that thing, because once them things detect me, I'm absolutely screwed. That was like that Mythbusters episode where they actually did really slow movements to get past these detectors. There's none of me. Let's go to the left there before the enemy sees me. Oh! Okay, and do we have ammunition? ammo. There's our key card, and we have a hostage here. I'm saved. Okay, I do remember that if I remember dying here last time I tested it, so we're gonna put on the gas mask here. Can I go that way yet? Oh, I need a key card to get to the door, okay. Can I change to my gas mask now? There we go. Yes, there's gas in here. This gas would have taken me out very, very fast. Oh, great. I gotta, do I need my key card to get through here? Why? I can't use the key card and gas mask at the same time. Oh, this sucks. Yeah, I gotta use the card real quick to get through there. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. And, I should have ammo for my gun at least, but we're gonna go, I'll leave this for now. Okay, so far so good. Let's see what's down. Oh, great. Another guy. Can I get out of this room? Let's try to get out of here. Okay, we're good for now. This is fantastic. And by the way, you can use RetroArch saves as well for this game. And you can simply, I'll do that right now actually. Because I don't have R2 and L2 set up, so I can go in input, hotkey binds. Just watch carefully here. You can do this. I'm going to go to load state. I'll make it L2 will be my load state. L2. I'll make save state my R2. So I'm going to actually go back to the game. I saved the game with R2. Now check this out. L2 loads it. How awesome is that? So you can come back to the game. That way you can do suspense states on the Mega Drive, SNES, NES, etc. But now we're going to go to the other Metal Gear game for the win here. We're going to do the exact same thing. Metal Gear folder. Metal Gear Solid Snake 2. We're going to load this with the same core. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to load our final gameplay demonstration, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. And I'm thinking about a little bit of a Mandela Effect right now because for some reason or another, I'm starting to think that Hideo Kojima actually didn't have anything to do with Metal Gear 2 on MSX, but he did definitely on 1. It might be a Mandela Bernstein Barrett style effect. We're going to controls again, but he definitely had nothing to do with the NES versions. But correct me if I'm wrong if he had anything to do with the first one. We're going to go to load remap again. We're going to do Kojima Metal Gear 1 and 2, resume. We're going to test out these controls. And, remember when I first got the digital menu for this many years ago, it was a few dozen pages. It was pretty damn fun as a read. I mean, these games just blew me away. I remember people saying Metal Gear 1 and Snake's Revenge sucked on Nintendo, but I really did enjoy them. But yes, these are incredible games. And we're going to check the controls out here for a moment. Now we got the controls loaded. We're going to verify the controls. And when I first played this many years ago, there was a little bit of a stump point when I didn't know how to get past a certain junction point. But I'm going to show you how to do it right now in this video. It takes a little bit of finesse with the control scheme to do it. Definitely much more trickier to do on a keyboard than on a controller. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. We're going to check out these controls here. And this music sounds like it's right out of a Friday the 13th movie. Looking forward to some more, Friday the 13th movies. And I'm also seeing that there's a new Child's Play series coming out on streaming service. It's kind of interesting because they have the original actor doing the voice of him, but not in the theatrical movie because two different companies own the rights to him. Okay? And we have Michael Biehn in the top left, and it looks like, what is it, Colonel Troutman or whatever his name was, from Rambo in the top right. But yes, the latest Child's Play movie didn't have the original voice actor, but the one that's coming to streaming service is going to. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was accidental. Can we go down here? Oh, that music is awesome. We're going to go to the right here. And we're going to go into the truck there. I actually just ran into the guy, but look, it actually tells me when the timer's going to run out. 4 more seconds. That's cool. I wish I would have had the timer in Metal Gear 1. So, for the win here, we got a ration. My health is still pretty decent. We have far more health than the original one. And here's kind of where I got stuck before. Right up here. I didn't know how to get through here first. It was kind of tricky even on the keyboard. But I have my transceiver here. I can push select. Even though it tells me what to do, I still kind of got stuck initially. Crawl and sneak through the gap and the fence. Over. Because I tried going the other direction outside of this fence area and I got stuck. But you essentially have to hold down the punch button, which is square. And as you're doing that, push the X button. And then you go into a crouch. Then you tap right or left, and you're doing a crawl. You crawl right through the fence there. And getting up is basically the same way. You'll basically tap left, and then jump just like that. Okay, that guy's coming back here. We don't want to run into him. You're going down, dude. That was great. But yes, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll try this for a few more seconds here, because literally my camera is going to die. Let's see what's around the corner here. I'm loving this music. This is so awesome. I wonder who actually did the music to this. But again, for those of you who actually know about Hideo Kojima, refresh my memory. I don't want to Google this. Did he have anything to do with this production here? I kind of think he did only on part 1 for MSX, but not 2.